Hello guys, this is the video for the upcoming test. The first thing we're going to do is substitution. So you should flip to the page that says solving system of equations by substitution. The first question is number 3. And if you want to know the section in the book, this is 6.2. Okay, so in the word substitution, that means I'm going to substitute one thing for another. So if I told you y equals, let's say 10, you know that you would typically just plug in y here into 10. And you would just make it 4 times 10. So instead of replacing it with just a number, we're going to substitute it with a whole system. So this a little expression. So I'm rewriting the bottom one as 5x minus 4, parenthesis, negative 3x plus 5, close parenthesis, equals negative 3. And I would say this question is more straightforward because y is already by itself. Problem number 9 on the packet is not a straightforward one, and thus I'll show you how to do that next. But first let's do a straightforward one. So I replace this y with this equation right here. Or this expression, I should say. Now I just solve it like a multi-step we did probably 2 months ago. 5x. I'm going to distribute the negative 4 to both negative 3 and 5. Negative 4 times negative 3 is going to be positive 12x. Negative 4 times positive 5 is going to be minus 20, equals negative 3. Combine like terms. 17x minus 20 equals negative 3, plus 20, plus 20. I do that to get x by itself. Oh, that's not crossed out. Apologies. That's not supposed to be crossed out. So that's plus 20, plus 20. This gets crossed out though. And then it's going to rewrite over here. 17x equals 17, divided by 17, divided by 17, x equals 1. Now when x equals 1, we could just take it and plug it back into one of the original problems, either the top one or the bottom one. The top one looks a lot easier, so I'm going to plug it into the top one. Y equals negative 3, and I'm going to replace x with the number I found, which is 1, plus 5. Y equals negative 3 plus 5. Y equals positive 2. So you want to write your final answer as x comma y, or 1 comma 2. So there's your final answer there. So that's straightforward, as in y is already by itself, so it's really easy. Sometimes there's going to be definitely at least one question on your test that's not straightforward, which I'll call roundabout, because you have to do an extra step. So, let me just see if I copied this correctly. I just gotta make sure I copied this down correctly. Negative 3x. Alright, so this is number 9 on the packet that says solve by substitution. So if you look at this question, the problem here is that y is not by itself yet. Or one of the variables is not by itself. Sure, this one doesn't have a number, but it's not like by itself on the equal sign. So what I would like to do is do plus 5x here and plus 5x here. So I would get y equals 5x minus 2. The reason I do that is so y is by itself, and now I can do a clean substitution. So like before, since I know this is y, I'm going to put this where the y is in the other equation, which is here. I'm going to substitute this position. Negative 3x plus 6, parentheses, 5x minus 2, close parentheses, equals negative 12. Now we're back to doing our multi-step equations. Negative 3x plus 6 times 5 is 30x. And then 6 times negative 2 is negative 12, equals negative 12. Let's combine my terms. This will be 27x minus 12 equals negative 12. 27x plus negative 3 plus 30 is 27. I'm going to do plus 12. And purposely I picked this one to show something. 27x equals 0. Divided by 27, divided by 27. It's okay that x equals 0. That is just a number. You could just use that, and that's no problem. So now I have x equals 0. I've got to plug it into one of my original equations, either the top or the bottom. If you plug it into the top or the bottom, you'll still get it correct. Let's see. I'm going to plug it into the top because there's nothing next to y for it. So negative 5 times 0 plus y equals negative 2. Well, we know negative 5 times 0 is 0 plus y equals negative 2. 0 doesn't really mean anything, so I could get rid of it. Y equals negative 2. So my answer is 0, comma, negative 2. Sorry about the little long. So my answer is 0, comma, negative 2. One key thing about this problem is that all you're doing is plug it in and doing a multi-step. So the question here is just, what do I plug in? It's based off the problem. Either you have to get y by itself, like here, or x. It could be x sometimes. Or y is already by itself. And thus it makes it easier. That's substitution.